What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button, that would be awesome. So about 3 weeks ago, I posted on my Instagram account that I wanted to do a questions and answers video, and I appreciate all your participation. I got about 5 pages of questions on my phone. So again, thank you so much for your participation. And if you don't already know, my name is Hank. This is my channel, again, Artisan's Dream. This is my 1999 base model 5th gen Honda Prelude in Raspberry Red Pearl. My intentions for starting YouTube was just to show you that hard work and determination is always rewarding, that you can achieve anything you put your mind to, and just to have fun with my friends and family and show you all the progression of our builds and future builds and just day in the life, again, having fun. I started this channel with my Prelude pretty much almost completed. At this time, to those of you who are following the channel, I am prepping for my motor and transmission swap, so be on the lookout for those videos. But let's just go ahead and jump right into these questions. So question 1, what do I have planned for my Nissan Skyline? So I picked up my R32 Nissan Skyline GTS-T back in mid-November as a gift to myself for all my hard work over the years and new project for this channel in 2020. In terms of what I want to do with it, there are quite a lot. In terms of, let's just start out something easy. Exterior wise, body kit, I am debating between going either Vertex, BN Sport, or do a GTR front end convergent clip with some mixtures of like Vertex side skirts and the Vertex rear bumper. Still in the mix on what I want to do. I'm leaning more towards the Vertex sides and rear bumper with the R32 GTR front end. In terms of interior, I want to do like a full roll cage, bright seats, just keep it more street/drift oriented. Motor wise, power wise, I want to achieve 300 horsepower, so what, like 280 wheel is my overall goal, which is very obtainable. I know just injectors, bigger fuel pump, bigger turbo, top mount, and intercooler, that's the whole 9 yards in tune will help me achieve that very easily. But I'm trying my best not to build this car too fast. So I do want to make the Skyline a reliable power build. What did I have to do to get the Skyline? Well, honestly, my plans, I want to get the Skyline this summer of 2020. My overall plan was to save up all my PTO and hit up either Japanese Classics or RHT Specialties and search for a car. In Japan, I want to go to an auction or private sell. Initial goal was to fly Japan during the summer, spend like a couple weeks there with one of the companies I stated, and find a car through an auction and then have them do all the paperwork and ship it back. In November, I found that 4-door R32 GTS-T with everything that fit my criteria. Got it for a good price. The boys at RHT Specialties were very helpful, so I just said, hey, it's my birthday coming up soon, I deserve this car, and I went ahead and full sent it. We did the bank transfer for the money, and then they shipped it out, and I got my car in about 10 days. What are my plans for the Prelude? So if you are following the channel, my overall plans for the Prelude right now is to swap out the motor and trans. With this current motor, I'm going to go ahead and reseal it because it is leaking like a mofo. Transmission, I just pulled it out of the red Prelude with the help of Ben and Brandon. I'm going to send that transmission out, get the synchros built to carbon, and pretty much clean up the engine bay, do a mild tuck and shave, redo my air suspension setup. I do want to get different wheels. I have a bunch of parts: intake manifold, throttle body, Mishimoto, radiator, and some other parts for the Prelude, and then I just need to buy a tunable ECU. Once it's all said and done, I'm going to be dealing the Prelude and driving her more consistently again. And once the motor and trans is back in with the bay all nice and cleaned up, I am going to be respraying the whole car the same color. Do you have fun going in reverse at drive-thrus? I haven't done the typical right-hand drive in America shenanigans yet, but I will be making videos on that very soon. What's your biggest goal for 2020? My biggest goal for 2020, that's kind of, I won't say the tough one. I guess for YouTube, my biggest goal for 2020 is to definitely 100% get the Prelude where I want her, for the Skyline, finish the Skyline by the end of this year. And then I guess for myself, I do want to get my house remodeled to my vision. I want to expand my brand Aim High Drive Low and get that more well known and worldwide. That's pretty much my goals for 2020. And make more memories with my friends, meet new people. I do want to travel more, of course Japan, maybe Australia, and I do want to attend as much shows as I possibly can, either in-state or out of state. What do I like most about my Prelude? Honestly, what I like most about my Prelude is the color. It is unique. There is no other 5th gen that I know of in the community that has this color. But what I like most about the Prelude is all the opportunities just having this car has opened up for me. I've met so many cool people. I got sponsorships. My hard work is always acknowledged through this build, and I love all the compliments I get. And again, thank you all so much for your continuous love and support. You guys rock and mean the world to me. What is your dream car? Well, as you guys know, my actual dream car is a Subaru Coupe GT8. There was one at the time. I was looking at buying a new project for 2020. When I was looking at it, it sold the day I made up my mind. So my overall dream car is a Subaru GT8 Coupe. I will achieve that car one of these days. And then my second dream car, of course, was the R32 GTR. If I was forced to buy an American car, what would it be? Well, I guess it depends on either a classical or new age. I don't know, guys. It would be between a Corvette or an S197 Mustang. I love that body. I love the aggression of that body, and a lot of my friends have the S197. They perform well, so I would say I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna say a Z06 Corvette would be an American car that I would buy. The boy Francisco asked, Turbo Prelude versus my Skyline GTS. I would say your Turbo would win, man. You say you're pushing 240 to the wheels, and my Skyline 240 horsepower. My Skyline right now is 220, 200, and they weigh about the same. And I know there's benefits to being rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive, but I would say it would depend on the experience of the driver. I don't know. I would say your Prelude would most definitely win, since you have upgraded turbo and everything is tuned and dialed. All right, this is the most asked question that I get the most. Why did I choose a GTST over the GTR? So at the beginning of the year, I had the plan to buy the GTR, and then 3 or 4 months into the year, I don't want to say forced, but I was in a predicament where I had to leave the house I was at when I started YouTube, which was my aunt's house, because she was selling it. So I was battling between buying a GTR and living in an apartment by myself, or digging into my savings, buying a house, and buying the next best thing, which was the GTST. And all in all, I decided to buy the house, pay a little bit more opposed to an apartment, pick up a GTST instead. I honestly want to say the GTST is a little bit underrated. I personally think that the GTST 4-doors are cooler than the GTRs, but that is my personal opinion. You can't really beat the RB26 opposed to the RB20. They're just two different cars. Even the R32 GTR and R32 GTST, whether it be a coupe or a 4-door, they're just two different platforms. And I would say I would have more fun in the GTST opposed to the GTR, because I can drift the GTST and have so much more fun with it. How much would I realistically sell my Prelude for? Honestly, when all is said and done and I have this car completely where I want it, and if I was in a position where I had to sell it, but I would get rid of the Skyline first before I would get rid of the Prelude. Realistically, I would sell the Prelude for $6,500. Firm, no trades, no OBO. Again, what is the immediate and far plans for both cars? Prelude, again, transmission swap, motor swap, resealed, put all my aftermarket parts on, get it tuned, get it where I can comfortably daily the car every day. Skyline, again, full power mods, tune, make it a drift street build. All right, transitioning to the bedroom, I just got done with a detail project, and also my camera battery died. So the next question, and probably the last question I'll answer for tonight, because this video is already pretty long, is the question I get asked most since like the end of last year to the beginning of this year is, how am I able to afford a mortgage and 3 cars and everything else I do, supporting the R chassis, which is pretty expensive, the BB6 chassis, and other miscellaneous stuff. I'll go in depth in this part of the video, but I won't tell you how much I make monthly or yearly. That's kind of my personal information through my first job, but I don't mind telling you how much I've made through detailing, YouTube, and my brand Aim High Drive Low. My main job, I am a financial advisor slash buyer and meat cutter for Whole Foods Market. I couldn't honestly be any more grateful for the opportunity and the trust they bestowed upon me. What I do, honestly, I just manage almost millions of dollars for our company, and it's been nothing but beneficial. It really opens my eyes and helps me think strategically in the business aspect, which helped me detailing business and starting my own business, Aim High Drive Low. I do work a lot of overtime, so all the parts you see is the outcome of all the overtime I worked, and I just grind every single day, well, 5 days a week at Whole Foods, getting some overtime. So that's my first job. My second source of income is through my automotive detailing. To those who don't know, I do also do automotive detailing on my days off from Whole Foods. I've been doing it now for the past, say, a little over 3 years now. It's been nothing but beneficial. Wasn't really a risk I took. It was just something that I was good at, and I used that to my advantage. And over the years, I've gained trust. The word for my small business branched out through word of mouth, through friends, through family members, through friends' fathers to their friends' fathers, and so on and so forth. So it's been very beneficial. To start out, my base price for cars, I start them out at $175 per car, cleaned inside and out, stage 3 paint correction, add an additional $25 for ceramic spray. For big trucks and SUVs, I start my prices out at $200, add an additional $50 for the ceramic spray coating because of the larger surface area. I usually average about $200 to $260 per car, including tip. Anyone who supported my detailing business, thank you so much. I really wouldn't be here in this position without you guys and your help and your support. So again, thank you so much. On a good month, I'll do between 2 to 4 cars a month, and then on a not so good month, slow month, I'll do 1 or 2. Already there on a good month, I'll make between $900 to $1,100 just for my side business. 25% of that I will invest back into my business on restock products, compounds, pads, and a new machine if I need it, or if there's another machine that I can benefit from, like a smaller polisher, I'll invest into that, and then 75% automatically goes into my savings account. I'm really conservative, I'm a big saver. I usually triple check with myself before I make a purchase. And that's kind of a lie, because all the money I just dropped invested into the Skyline and Prelude within the past 2 months. So yes, I'll average between $900 and $1,100 per month on just detailing. On a slow month, say $600 to $750, which isn't bad. Honestly, it's extra money. 1 month, if I have a good month, my mortgage is already paid through detailing, and then anything I make from Whole Foods is all straight to my savings account. For my, third source of income would be YouTube. I really wouldn't call it income, because from the time I got monetized back in March of 2019, which was also a question, to today's current date, January 8th, I've made about $203. So it isn't that much. I average about $30 to $32 a month through YouTube. And remember, it's all just viewer retention and ad revenue, ad clicks. But that's all you need to know is ad clicks and viewer retention is how most content creators make their money. So for my fourth source of income would be my brand Aim High Drive Low. When it was consistent, I was making a little bit of profit. I'll go in depth on this too. So my first drop, I made 50 die cuts and 20, I think it was 50, no, it was 25 die cuts and 25 slaps of the Aim High Drive Low logo. I bought each slap for $1, and then I sold the die cuts for $5, and then I sold these slaps for I think $3, and I ended up making a little bit of money off that first drop. I think the first 10 or 15 I ended up giving out to my friends. The second drop is when I introduced more colors, more color variety to the die cuts. I believe I ordered 50 this time, of 10 of each color, and I sold those at a consistent rate of $5. I ended up profiting, I believe, $90 to $100, which was pretty cool to see some progress, see some margin. And for the third drop, I brought in 50, I did 50 again of the various colors, and then I brought in 100 flight tags. Ended up selling all the die cuts, made some profit off of that, saw some good margin there. And then for the flight tags, I ordered 100, bought them at 68 cents a piece, sold them for $7. I sold about 70 or 73. I have like 3 left, and then the rest I gave out to like friends and family. So buying it at 68 cents, sold them for $7. There's a margin, and I made pretty good profit off that. And it's crazy, just looking at other brands, I just know how much they pay for their material. Like some brands for their flight tags will pay even less than I paid, like 50 cents a flight tag, and then they'll mark it up to $12, and then like 100 people will buy it, and there is their fund for their build. It's crazy, and it's also a risk too. I didn't think I would have made any profit off of this. So those are like my main, I guess, sources of income, but mainly between Whole Foods and automotive detailing. That's where all of my income comes from. All right, but that's gonna go ahead and conclude most of the questions that were asked. Most of them are duplicates, just reworded differently, but in a nutshell, planned out the Prelude finish this year for sure by summer of 2020. The parts I've been waiting for the past 7-8 weeks are coming in late next week. My motor mounts and my traction bar, and then I got the clutch and flywheel coming in hopefully soon. Everything's pulled out. We'll go ahead and respray the car, same color, and then call it a day. My main focus will be back on the Skyline, which I don't have a time frame on when I want the Skyline to be done because I want to take my time with that build. But I am focusing on maintenance right now. Just ordered a big brake kit because the rotors and pads on it are almost shot, so I can't drive it as much as I would like to. And then I'm still in the mix of what body kit I want to run and all that stuff. So I want that to be finished probably by like 2021. And then the next car I want to build, depending on the time frame of legalization, is an S15. And if not an S15, I want to build an S13. Of course, right-hand drive. I want to import one. But this time, next project, I want to personally fly Japan and go to an auction and pick one out. But other than that, guys, that's going to conclude this video. Thank you all so much for sticking with me and my rambling. I really appreciate it. And if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. A lot of content is coming, I promise you. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll see you next video. Take care.